Hey, how's it going? So, I finally got around to digging up a bunch of old pictures and a couple of old videos to finally do a video that I've been wanting to do for a while, and that's all the upgrades that I've done to my Outcast. I got this truck a little over a year ago, and I did these upgrades probably, I don't know, maybe a year ago. Hey, you know, better late than never, I guess. So this is how I'm running it currently with these mashers on it. These are definitely my favorite tires for this truck. I ran trenchers for a long time and they balloon just a little too much, and the ballooning, you know, when you're going through the air doing backflips and stuff, it just sends the truck out of control. The Outcast straight out of the box, I was very impressed with it, but there were certain things I didn't really like that much and I wanted to upgrade. This video right here is actually one of the few times I actually broke it before the upgrades. I was trying to jump, well, I did jump over my brother there, and I was kind of shocked at how far it went and I lost control of it. I ended up breaking the steering block. It pulled out and I didn't realize it till later that it actually cracked it when it came out, so yeah, that kind of inspired me to start doing a few upgrades. And then shortly after that, the stock servo stopped working, no surprise. I replaced it with the cheap Amazon while I waited for my Savox. First upgrade was this, the servo mount, as well as these cooling fans. Just listen to these things spin. They're not the greatest, but they work pretty good. I had them laying around, so I had to put them to use somehow. And then my favorite upgrade ever for this truck finally came in, and this got installed. That was number 3. This servo is just the perfect monster for this truck. I couldn't use the hot racing arm because the servo is a lot taller than the stock one, and you don't have the clearance with the hot racing one. Like I've said in other videos, I travel a lot for work, and that's when I tend to get all my upgrades. And then I install them when I get back, but, you know, I always send them to Hot Rod, and I always love my updates.
Box of goodies. There's enough money and parts here to have a whole nother car. I'm sure you can't wait to come home and put this thing together. I almost wanted to do it for you, but that'll ruin the fun.
Got more goodies here for Mr. Swearingen. Skid plates for doing the grind on the curbs.
Dooby dooby doo. Scooby dooby doo. This RC car is going to be Incredible Hulk when it's done. It deserves to go in no other box than this box here, but this is the box I've delegated to all the crazy RC stuff. Don't worry, I'm still putting the stuff away. All safe in the kitchen. By the way, I ordered another Savox servo for the circus, and I got new wheels and tires coming in for it too.
So as I was going over all the parts, I noticed these two. I thought it looked a little odd. I wasn't sure at the time, but then I found out later. Apparently Hot Racing decided to label their steering blocks as rear hubs. So this was the first issue I encountered. The RPM arms are too wide. They rub up against the bulkhead and you have to shave them down quite a bit. And it's not because those are aluminum, because it did the same thing to me later when I put them onto a stock Creighton bulkhead as well. And the second issue would be the fact that Hot Racing decided to label the steering blocks as rear hubs. So I had to go down to a hobby shop down the street, Baltimore North. Luckily they had some. And the third issue was Hot Racing again. The holes for the pins in these rear hubs were too small and I ended up having to drill them out. After that, it was pretty much smooth sailing, and I just love the way this truck looks with all this nice shiny new aluminum. So in case you're wondering, looking at the parts list, the Hot Racing diff carrier actually works in all three locations, front, center, and rear. You'll notice looking at this picture that I did not replace the stock wing mount. I did not replace it with aluminum or anything else. I would rather the wing mount break than rip out all my fresh new shiny aluminum. You may be wondering why I went with Hot Racing with so many of these upgrades, and that answer is pretty simple. That's almost all that was available at the time that I did this. And there are so many other options out there now, so many different parts that Hot Racing didn't offer as an upgrade before, and I am definitely not done upgrading this truck yet, so look for more upgrades in the future. I'm not hating on Hot Racing, but options are always a good thing, and after I did this with the Outcast when I went to go upgrade everything on the X-Max, I didn't want to spend that kind of money. That's why I went with Atomic RC. I mean, I don't think they're as good of quality as the Hot Racing parts, but they're so much cheaper. I mean, both Atomic RC and Hot Racing are made of the same material. It's just the engineering involved in the Hot Racing parts. They seem to have the structural integrity and reinforcements in all the right places. Kind of gives them an edge over the Atomic RC stuff. But to be perfectly honest, it's just a slight edge, and to me doesn't justify the cost difference. Alright, well, if you're looking to upgrade your Outcast to Notorious, I hope this helped, and good luck. I'm out of here.